Hey, it's Brian with the Midnight Mechanic, and it is upgrade day for our 2002 2500 HD that we like to call Eldona. So what kind of work do we need to do on this truck? Well, first thing it needs to get done is it needs a new radiator. The radiator is leaking, and I really don't want to drive it until I get that done. So we're going to go ahead and do that first. So then it needs a new interior. The interior in it is disgusting. It's missing half the carpet on the driver's side. The seats are torn up. The driver's seat is so torn up, I'm worried it's going to poke a spring into my butt when I drive it. So we're going to go ahead and install new seats. Then the headliner is falling down, kind of flapping around in the breeze. So we have a new headliner. We're going to go ahead and throw that in there too. So then the interior should be pretty nice after that. The next thing is it needs a bed liner. The bed liner in it is total crap. I have a super cheap roll-in bed liner here that I'm going to go ahead and do just to clean it up. It's probably not going to offer that much protection, but it's going to look a heck of a lot better than what's in the truck right now. And the last thing we're going to do is shave all that side molding and put logos on it for the YouTube channel. That way, when we go down the road, everyone knows that this is the ugly Midnight Mechanic special known as Eldona. And probably the last thing we're going to do to this truck is it has mismatched tires. The 35's on it, but the fronts and the rears are different brands and different types of tread, so it looks really stupid going down the road. So what we're going to do is we're going to find a set of tires that match the ones on the rear, then probably sell the fronts, try to make a little bit of our money back. But we just want to get it to look half decent going down the road. And right now it really looks patched together. So we're going to go ahead and try to match those up. That'll probably be the last thing we do to this thing. So we're going to start with the interior on this truck. And the first thing we're going to do is go ahead and rip out the old interior. Now, the new seats are a 60/40 bench, so we're going to have to remove the console to install what we have going in here. And then the carpet's going to come out and go out. But there's a lot of trash in here because the boys have been using this truck a little more than me, and they're pretty disgusting. So let's go ahead and we're going to clean it all out, and then we'll start removing the seats. So now that we got all the trash out of it, we're going to go ahead and start pulling out the seats. We're going to go the seats, the console, carpet, and then work our way up to pulling the headliner out. Most of the plastic stuff we're going to leave on here because it's just a pain in the butt to get it all out, and we don't really need to. So we're going to go ahead and start with the seats and then work our way up to the top. Console, we're going to show you how to get that out because we're not reusing it because the seats are 60/40. So we're going to show you how to do that. Pretty excited about getting this nicer interior in here. So we're going to get to it. Now with all the seats out, we can go ahead and remove all the other stuff that's holding the carpet to the floor, like the seat belts back here, the spare tire tools, and the center console. Now with all the seats and console out, we can go ahead and start removing all the little panels that sit on the carpet that are kind of holding it down. That's all the side panels. We're going to need to take the seat belts loose on the back here, because they hold it in right above the carpet. So we're going to go ahead and pull those seatbelt bottoms off and pull those back a little bit, remove the kick panels here, and this little trim piece underneath here. Then we can get it all out. So now that we have all the carpet and insulation and all that stuff out of the bottom, it's time to go up to the top. We're going to go ahead and start pulling the headliner out, which means all these little hangers and clips all the way around need to come out, including the roof console. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Most of them just come out with the mechanic's pick. So we're going to go ahead and just start going to town and getting that thing out of there. All right, so everything is out. Seats, headliner, carpet, vacuumed everything out. It's all clean, ready to put the new interior in. Now what we're gonna do is the opposite of before. Before we went seats, carpet, headliner. Now we're gonna go headliner, carpet, seats. So we're gonna go ahead and stick this new headliner in and then work our way back from there. now we're going to go ahead and install the insulation now that everything's vacuumed out. Make sure that you lay it underneath all the vent tubing and all the wiring, and that way you can put the carpet on top of all the rest of that stuff. So we're going to go ahead and lay down the insulation and take care, make sure we don't damage it, and make sure everything is accessible as it needs to be. Now that our carpet's all in, we're going to go ahead and reinstall our seats. I'm going to install the back one first because it'd be easier to get that in instead of having to deal with the front seats. So we're going to work back to front. I'm going to go ahead and install that new back seat, and then I'm going to work over and start installing the fronts. So you go, it's completely done. Now go through afterwards, check and see if you missed any trim pieces. Everything's tight on it, which ours is, and it looks so much better. It completely changed this truck. And I enjoyed driving the truck before, but the interior just made it kind of unpleasant because it was so bad. But I am really looking forward to driving this truck now because the interior looks so nice. One of the things I had to do is the plugs were different between the old seats and the new seats because of heated seats and all that kind of stuff that these don't have. What I did was actually disassembled the old plug and used some shrink wrap and electrical tape and put it back together with the new one using those clips instead of cutting and soldering and everything like that, because now if I ever want to go back to some leather seats with some heated seats and stuff like that, all I have to do is snap those connectors back into the factory connector and it's back to normal. It doesn't look great, but with the shrink wrap on it, electrical tape and everything like that, it should be pretty healthy and not have any problems going down the road. So check out our new interior. The new seats are cloth instead of leather, but look at that, not torn at all. That is so much better and basically free. Like I said earlier, the carpet is not perfect, but you know what? It was free. The seats, I also lost the leather, which wasn't that much leather to begin with, and I lost the heated seats, but you know what? It looks a lot better. The headliner is so much nicer. Nothing falling down, no damage, anything like that. Main problem is right here. This was a 3-door truck, so I had to trim it to make it work. But again, free. So I got the new interior in the truck, and it looks awesome. It goes from like one of those trucks where you're, how did they let this interior get so bad, to one of those trucks where it's like, how did this interior stay so nice? So I'm really excited about that, and I can't wait to drive the truck, but I can't do it because the radiator is leaking. So I'm going to go ahead and start replacing the radiator in this. I'm going to put a video up showing a how-to if you want to know how to do it. But right now, I'm going to get started because I want to drive this thing. So here's the bed of our truck, and it looks terrible. It has this spray-on bed liner. I think it's a Rhino liner maybe, but it's really bad. It's coming off everywhere. It's coming off the rails on top. Somebody just didn't do a very good job with this. I don't know if it was a home job or if it was just a bad installer, but it looks terrible. The thing is this bed is kind of beat up anyway. It's got some holes in it. It's got some dents on it and stuff like that. So it's not worth really spending a few $100s to go ahead and do a nicer spray on. So I have a gallon of stuff I got for free off of Amazon. So I'm going to go ahead and just roll it on there. I pulled tape lines down the side of the truck so I could go ahead and just clean up that side where it's dripping and it looks really bad. It probably won't look great, but at the same time, it's going to look a whole lot better than this. And that kind of fits the truck. I just wanted to look half decent. I don't want it to look absolutely terrible, especially with the interior being so nice now. So I just wanted to look nice. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to roll on this bed liner, and then we're going to go ahead and shave it and put our logos on it. So we got the bed liner done on this, and it looks really good. But then when we got to the tailgate, the little cap that went over the top, the original tailgate, was kind of peeled up on one end. It was a little bit damaged and it didn't really look good. It was just a plastic one. Well, we had this one that was actually kind of sitting in our woods, and it looked kind of cool. It's kind of got the little spoiler look to it. I think it came off a later model one of these trucks. I don't really know, but it was in a truck we bought, and I thought, well, this looks kind of cool. So I'm going to go ahead and install it on this because it'll look really good compared to the other one. Problem is that the bolt holes don't line up. So what we got to do is I'm going to install nutserts in there. And what a nutsert is this little guy right here that's got a thread in it. And what you do is you drill a hole that's the right size for your nutsert, and then you use a special tool, and it basically spreads out the backside of it and attaches it to the metal. This gives you a way to attach bolts to sheet metal pieces. And a lot of times you do it on fender flares or things like that. But this time we're going to use it right here on the tailgate for this piece right here. So we'll show you how to do it. So that looks so much better than the other one did. I'm really happy with it. Like I said, it was just sitting in the woods here. And I came across it the other day. I thought, maybe we can sell this. But then I was like, this is perfect for the truck. It's got this nice little ledge. It just looks so much better, and it's not all damaged with the other one. So, you know, everything little we can do to this truck just to make it a little bit better, especially for free, I'm going to totally do to it because the truck is cheap. And so far, the only thing we've bought are the radiator and the headlights for it. So we're only in it like $200. Everything we did to it right here, almost everything here was free or from a part out or something like that. So little things like this just kind of make the truck look a little bit better. So we're going to do everything like that we can. So now we're going to move on to do some upgrades in the front. While I was working on the radiator, I kind of noticed something with the front turn signal. It's not even attached. It's got a couple zip ties in there holding it in. And these are some cheap aftermarket headlights and turn signals anyway. So I thought I'd replace them with more factory look because they look a little better, probably function a little bit better, and they wouldn't be held on by zip ties. So I'm going to go ahead and pull those out of the box and start installing them. All right, so we got our headlights on. They look really good. They were super cheap and super terrible, and it took me forever to put them together because I had to disassemble them to install some parts off of the old one because the new ones were missing it. One of them wasn't even assembled. It was just a complete mess and absolutely terrible. And you know I like cheap stuff, but these things were just too cheap for even me. So I'm not even going to tell you where to buy them. Don't ask me. I'm not going to tell you. But the front end looks really good now. It looks a whole lot better than it did before. Now we can start moving on to all the other stuff on the side, shaving those side moldings and logoing it up. All right, so we didn't get a video of us doing the side moldings or putting the logos on the truck because it got busy one night. We forgot to record it and we just went ahead and knocked it out. But it looks really good. You'll see it at the end of this video when we do the reveal. But we put our logos on the doors, logos on the back window, on the tailgate, and we put one special sticker on the back tailgate. Then we needed something for the truck that really captured the essence of Eldona. If you've seen the movie, this makes sense. If you haven't, it's still pretty funny. So we're going to go ahead and stick it on our truck here. Okay, so the last thing we need to do is we need to get some tires for this thing. It's got mud terrains in the rear, these all terrains in the front. It looks really stupid. So we needed to do something. All right, so our new wheels are coming from Custom Offsets. Our guy just showed up. It's a good birthday for me, so we're gonna go ahead and get him off the truck here. How you doing?
How you doing this morning?
Good, Brian.
All right, nice to meet you,
Nice to
Brian.
meet you, man.
Southeastern Freight Line.
All right.
All right, let's see what we got in here.
Yeah, man. All right, now we're gonna unbox these things.
The blue though? You like this blue?
It's upside down.
I do that.
Oh, there we go.
I kind of like it.
They're gonna look awesome.
Yeah.
Well, the guys at Custom Offset hooked us up with these 17-inch Ion wheels with a set of Ironman mud terrain tires. They're 35 1250 17s, and they're going to look awesome on this truck. So we got these. They also gave me a nice shirt that makes me look a little less fat, so that's awesome. So we're going to go ahead and get these on the truck, and it's going to look awesome. So the truck is done, and the wheels and tires really set this truck off. If you want to check them out, the website's right here. There's a link down below in the description, so click that to go check them out. They have all kinds of stuff, including just tires. We're probably going to buy some tires for the Grand Marquis after we get this one done. So check them out. Really happy that we got these off of them. Good prices, everything like that. Good service, really happy. So check them out. But the truck, we did a radiator, we did a wheel seal, we did wheels and tires, a new interior, a bed liner, and now Jake's going to detail the thing up, and it's going to look so good. I am so happy with this truck. Completely changed it. It's almost like a restoration, minus the fact that we just cut rust off and didn't replace anything. But I'm really excited. Absolutely loved this truck before. I am really, really loving it right now. But what does it look like all together? Well, all right, so there we go. Eldona is done. Mechanically, all we really did was put a radiator in it and a new wheel seal in there. That was it mechanically. But cosmetically, this thing needed a lot. Starting in the front, we put new headlights in it. Then we put a whole new interior in the thing. New bed liner in the back. Inside, we put all new bulbs inside. New taillights. We did that bed cap on the tailgate, which came out really, really good. And then we topped it all off with a set of wheels and tires from Custom Offsets. Really, really, really changed the entire look of this truck, and I feel like I'm driving a new truck. This thing is really cool. Chase is the one that found it and convinced me to buy the thing. I'm really happy about that. Jake is the one that finished this thing off, went ahead and polished it up, cleaned it up, made it look like a new truck. The main thing that we had to do was we had to cut off those rockers because they were super rusted, but we made them look pretty good, put a little door edge guard on there. But I love it. I think it's like a new truck, and some people came out and they thought it was a different truck when they came to pick up some parts from me, so I'm really excited about it. What do you guys think?
I'm just really proud of the way it looks now. I think I saw kind of like a vision when I saw it for the first time. I knew it was a truck that we had to have, I guess, when I first saw it. But I definitely knew that it needed a lot of work. But now it just looks great.
What do you think, Jake?
I like it.
You like it?
Yeah.
All right. All right. So if you guys want to see more videos of our truck and all of our other cars, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and follow us on Instagram at The Midnight Mech, TikTok at The Midnight Mechanic, and subscribe so you can see our how-tos and all of our shows. We'll see you guys next time.